Hello everybody, hope you can hear me. It's kind of windy out here today. I'm really excited because I'm ready to head out on my second trip for picking up antiques with my buddy Pete. And looking forward to this one because I get to show you some prices. There's a guy that we're going to visit who is a picker and reseller, and he's going to let us see all of his stuff, and I'll be able to show you some prices. So that being said, his prices are really good, especially for the rarity and quality of his stuff. But if you were here in Europe and you were purchasing from, you know, the average farmer just out here in the countryside, you could get even lower prices. So hope you like the video, and let's get going. Oh yeah, Pete's here. All right. Here we go again. Bye, Elmo. Bye-bye, Elmo. What's up? Here we go. Oh, that...
Witam, dzień dobry. Chyba jesteśmy pod pańskim domem tutaj na ulicy Małej Panwi 22. Po te szafy przyjechaliśmy.
Ale pan mówił, że da znać przed wyjazdem.
Ale, aha, bo pan napisał, żeby nie być wcześniej przed 13.
Ale pan mi też w jednym SMS-ie napisał, że
Aha.
przed wyjazdem.
Dobrze, a proszę mi powiedzieć, dobrze, a w takim razie to tam, bo możemy poczekać, jakbyśmy się ten...
No to ja teraz potrzebuję minimum 15 minut.
Dobra, nie ma problemu, to sobie tu poczekamy. Dobra.
Okay, so as it turns out, it was a miscommunication, and we've got about 15 minutes until the guy arrives. But we kind of came across this thing, which I wanted to show you. Is pretty cool. It's like a trailer of some kind. What was it used for? Probably. You don't know? Come on, man. You go. So there was a miscommunication, and we got to wait about 15 minutes. And we're walking around, and we saw this old building here.
Date over there.
It looks like the building was built in 1904. I don't think you can see in the camera, but it's inscribed there on top of the building. And there's this cool trailer here. It looks like the kind of thing where workers...
Temporary living for...
Temporary living for like...
workers.
For workers. Because it's on wheels and they would pull it around. And it's really neat. So, but yeah, those old barns and kind of abandoned buildings are the places that we want to find some cool stuff at. So even this old fence is neat. Iron, wrought iron. So okay, sorry that I couldn't get a lot more detail in showing that on video what we bought. We bought these two chemistry laboratory cabinets from, it's like a People's Institution here in Poland that they came from. So they're probably 1960s, 1970s, and they were inside the guy's house, so I felt kind of weird, and he was kind of waiting on us to load them up, so I didn't want to take too much time to film them. So maybe in a next video I'll be able to show in a little more detail about that. But we're on our way to the second item, and I'll make a real attempt to film in a little more detail what we get next time. So okay, so just a quick clip that I'm going to edit in here, filmed later after our return. And this is one of the two matching chemistry laboratory cabinets from the public institution. I'm not sure what the institution was, but this this label says chemical equipment laboratory storage. So they're really old, probably 1960s Cold War era, and they're vented in the back probably because it's chemical storage. And there's a couple shelves in there that go in, and closed area in the bottom. It looks like a 1950s cabinet maybe even, but yeah, it's really cute. Got 2 of them. Okay, so we're really close to the second pickup location, and just fun facts. In Poland, you can have open containers of alcohol when you're driving, so I bought a can of beer to calm my nerves. So we're pulling up to the second pickup location. Ooh, yeah. So we don't know if we can get the van through here. That's what he was talking about on the phone. The guy said that there's a narrow way to get in. Yeah, you're okay on this side.
Czekaj, odsłoń mi tam.
Man, this is a tight fit. Okay, quick timeout from the video. I just wanted to stop and give, this is actually the next day that I'm filming this. But I wanted to take a quick moment out and give a little context for the video that you're about to see, or the part of the video. We visited a picker type guy from here in Poland. He lives in the south of Poland near the Czech border. And he's got a couple buddies. They all kind of together put their stuff. They've got a couple little warehouse rooms, and they collaborate together, collecting antiques and selling them online. So I was able to film just a little bit. I didn't maybe get as much as I'd hoped to, or in as much detail, but I wanted to give some context, because what I'm going to do is show you some of that footage, and I'm going to try to give you some information about his asking prices. So there may be somebody who watches this because they're interested in maybe sourcing some antiques from Europe, and I'd like to give a little insight into some of the pricing, at least that we experienced on this trip. I'm gonna also maybe insert some photographs, because he had also listed them on his website. And the thing I wanted to mention was that he as well as a few of the other pickers, let's say, that we visited, it seems to me that you can typically here negotiate about 25%, 20 to 25% off the price that they're asking. So in general, the prices are low enough to still make a turn, make a little profit. But if you do a great job at negotiating, then you know you can really do well for yourself. So the other thing I wanted to mention was that if you buy in bulk, it's just like anywhere else. Buy in bulk, you could even cut that cost down a little more. Oh, we got a tractor going by in the background. So yeah, so I'm gonna show some of the footage from when we were walking around his garages, and you'll get to see some of that stuff. I bought a couple things, and once the video finishes of our actual trip, I'll show you some of the things that we bought. And I'm gonna do that because it started to get dark, and I'm filming this on a GoPro, and it's not a great low light camera, so I didn't actually end up filming the last stop or two. So I'll show you the footage from the picker, and then we'll come back and I'll show you the things that we bought that I didn't actually get to show you guys already. I have a lot of lamps, really cool industrial antique lamps that I have been purchasing over the last few weeks, and you'll see a couple of those very briefly, because I want to make a totally separate video showing all of those lamps. Lamps are kind of one of my favorite things, so I want to make a separate video to show you guys all the lamps that I've got, and that'll be coming up soon. So all right, anyway, sorry to distract from the video. Back to it. Można nagrywać to?
Wszystkie magazyny. Oj, no jasne, że można robić,
Okej.
ale to tam... A to nie, to na stronę, nie? W sensie bo ktoś od razu robi filmik o tym, jak eksportuje rzeczy do tego, nie? Do kanału na YouTubie taki, kupujemy w Polsce i przewozimy do Stanów i ten, nie? Taki stan.
No to pójdziemy jeszcze na inne magazyny.
To co
yeah.
byśmy
This thing is
wyjęli, ja bym
sweet.
sobie to
It's
zapakował,
coming home
nie?
with me.
No, to niech pan powie, jak, żebym to też się nie
Co, ten
robił.
miecz musielibyśmy dać tutaj.
Dobra, a on ciężki? O kurde, Chris, to musisz pomóc.
That's a blacksmith's. Oh, tą stronę lepiej.
Nie.
Gdzie dajemy?
Na tą sofę.
That's a blacksmith's
Jeszcze
bellows.
Można? Jeszcze? O tak. Dobra. Tak? Mogę położyć?
No,
to jest niszczyło.
to cofnę, ciutkę cofnę, tak żeby...
No, teraz jest lepiej. Tak?
No, tak nie będzie tym ruszał. To jest na kółkach.
No, wrócimy to i tam.
Oh, so this is the guy that I mentioned earlier who has a lot of different stuff. He's kind of a picker. There's like a mid-century bar table. These things are really common in Poland. They're little shelves that people had in the countryside. There's a sleigh, an old washing machine, some guitars. Rocking horses, toy horses. These are the more very typical cabinets that are found in Poland. That's a really interesting, neat little kitchen table. And a carriage for dolls. And I think it may be a little bit.
Tu niech pan sobie wejdzie.
Oh, so I've just been told there's more stuff in here. Oh, wow.
No.
Oh my gosh, awesome industrial stuff. Look at that. Some enamel pans, surgical pans. Really old country chairs. Looms. Some really weird taxidermy.
Pokażę ci, co dzisiaj przywiozłem, jaki zegar. Chodź.
Oh, coś nowy.
Nowy.
He said that he has a new clock that just came in. No, widziałem parę ciekawych rzeczy na pana stronę, który...
To jest nowy zegar. Raczej dzisiaj go kupiłem. To jest zegar dworcowy z peronu.
Ah, this is a train station
Tak.
clock. It tells the city that they're going, the train number, and the time. Whoa. I don't know if there's enough light in here. Yeah, that's cool. No, takie rzeczy właśnie mnie interesują.
To są oryginalne też te zegary dworcowe.
Here are two train station clocks. To są na stronę pana, tak?
Tak.
Widziałem.
Tak.
No.
To dopiero dzisiaj było wrzucone, bo to dopiero dzisiaj przywiozłem.
This is new today. A skąd pan znajdzie takie rzeczy?
No to już mi sami to już je dostarczają.
Pracy, nie? Tak.
To już wiesz, to jest mnóstwo rzeczy. No to takie są ciekawostki, że
O,
nie znajdzie się pewnych rzeczy.
widziałem to na stronę też,
To
chyba,
jest-
albo coś podobnego, nie?
To jest autobusu,
No.
polskiego autobusu Ogórek, tak zwany. I ten zegar jest sprawny.
This is a working, has Jesus on there. It's a working clock from a bus for public transportation. That's really cool. A co to jest?
Zegar też.
Also a clock. Union Hotel.
Tylko, że to jest
Paris.
współczesny zegar.
A.
To jest współczesny, to nie jest stary zegar.
Aha, so it's a remake. Aha. No fajnie. Nie wiem, czy kręcić, czy sam szukać. O, te są zajebiście też takie.
Na te figurki, one pochodzą z Krakowa, z klasztoru. I mam na to dokument, że siostry zakonne je przekazały w pełni legalnie, żeby nie było tam, że...
Aha, że ukradzone.
No dokładnie, bo w Polsce kradną po kościołach, to żeby policja coś tutaj...
No to są przepiękne takie.
No.
Te są. An old sewing machine here. There's another one here. It's behind some furniture. Stained glass here. It's like a pie safe. Medical lights. Really old desk. Lampshades. Gigantic industrial light fixtures. Oh my gosh, those things are huge. Old-time photographic enlarger. Key rack, scales. This is like a meat chopping block, I guess. Actually a pair of them, two of them really old. Man, those metal bands are really set in there good. So, tons of furniture. This is just one guy that we found online and purchased a couple things from him. And there's one really cool thing I wanted to show, if I can get access to it. Oh, here's a milling station with the millstone still with it. That's cool.
Jeszcze jeden magazyn.
Oh, that is really sweet.
To jest,
Ja lubię te stare techniczne niebieskie.
to jest właśnie urządzenie pomiarowe z bardzo dużej maszyny parowej.
Aha.
I to badało ciśnienie. W środku jest taka kula, która w tym szkle latała, tam i z powrotem.
Aha.
I to z niemieckiego takiego.
Wow, that's like a steam measurement for steam power. It's really, oh my gosh.
Dobra, to jest tu jeden magazyn. Tu sobie jeszcze popatrz.
Old bikes, oh, motorcycles, cool.
Ale tutaj raczej są trochę motorów, trochę rowerów.
Wow.
A tutaj są już krzesła i fotele same.
O, no poznaję różne rzeczy z strony, nie?
No, to wszystko jest właśnie.
Old chairs. Wow. Ah, yeah, some industrial. Ja lubię bardziej ten lekarski, medyczny, no taki, różne rzeczy taki, nie?
Ten jest właśnie sprzedany, wczoraj był sprzedany, to jest jeszcze lekarski. Ten. I to jest
Taki wózek, nie?
wózek, tak, ale to jest wózek, gdzie pacjent siedział na tym, pomocnik taki czy coś w tym stylu.
It's a medical device for sitting and walking at the same time. It's cool. No. Tak, no to jest fajnie. Oops, sorry, wrong way. It's like a carpenter's table. Cool. Some old wagon wheels. That is really cool. Cafe racer. Fruit tree ladders. Okay. This is really cool for an old bar for pouring beer from the keg. It's really cool.
Ale co, potrafią się w ten wskoczyć właśnie na Alixa i sprawdzać takie te?
Wiem od znajomych, że Polski Urząd Skarbowy czerpie całą wiedzę z Facebooka.
No tak.
Policja, wszyscy to jest jakby na porządku dziennym. Kto ile zarabia, co gdzie jeździ, i tak dalej.
Collection of vintage motorcycle helmets.
No to musimy w ogóle jechać teraz pustym busami po prostu. No, zapowiedzi to są oryginalne magnety, tak?
Fireman's helmets and fireman's axes.
Tylko to są bez no tu jest, no ten już jest dosyć mocno sfartygowany. Ten chyba jest francuski, ten chyba jest francuski, a ten chyba jest niemiecki.
Oh, these are awesome candlesticks. Look at that. I'll try to put the prices in from the website that he has. Okay, I'm gonna look, guys. Sorry to keep going. There's a children's kind of basket wagon. Really old vintage TVs.
A, widzę, że tu jeszcze kolumny, tak?
Tak, tak, to jest cały komplet.
Medical lamp.
Cały nagłośnienie.
It's got a break in the middle so that it can be like a bridge lamp.
Można puszczać muzykę bez, nie wiem, gdzieś tam z jakiegoś CD albo coś tam, tu jest sprzęt do
Garden stuff.
tak, wiesz, może tam
Sewing machines.
To też na stronie jest?
Nie. Nie wiem, co z tym zrobić.
Ja tak się zastanawiam, czy chwilę nocnym, tu trzeba...
Ale nie, jak będę sprzedał to na salon. Tak, to jako komplet.
Chociaż szczerze mówiąc,
na części to nie.
tak.
Bo też
To można sprzedać osobno, to i to można sobie sprzedać osobno, a to jako zestaw na pośredniowy, nie?
These things are giant. Just for reference, that's my hand. He's got 4 of them. As a group. Old ladder. Medical scales. Okay, next place. Okay, this is really cool. I couldn't resist this. We bought this. It is a sterilization device, and it's I think it's brass. Maybe I'm not sure about the metal. I think it's brass, but it's got leaded glass, tinted brown, and when you pick it up, just the quality of it is outstanding. You can really feel the quality of it. So this was a medical device for sterilizing surgical tools. There would be a chemical in there, and you just drop them in and sterilize your instruments in an operating theater. I'm going to ask him about the age of that. Here's some kind of a centrifuge. I bought this. I didn't buy these, but some old maps. Industrial metal clothing rack. And this bus clock is pretty cool. I saw it on the website and I didn't realize how substantial it was. Big and heavy. So, yeah, okay, I'm ready to go. So it's getting a little bit darker and we are way behind schedule. So we're on the way to the next location. I'll try to get just a few quick seconds so you can see what we got. And then very soon I'll make a more detailed video to show off all of our purchases. So we got this stop and then one more, and then that'll be the end for this clip. So, oh my God, look at this thing. Oh my gosh. Wow. It's 1930s. Probably a Bakelite handle there. And oh, it is so sweet. Okay, more to come on this thing. Okay, so I'm back. Yesterday, like I said earlier, it got dark on us and we were kind of in a rush. We'd already been on the road for like 10 or 11 hours and we needed to get back. And so I decided to just film the rest of the stuff that I actually purchased today. So the first thing I want to show you guys was this, I don't know if it's like a bath or like a flower pot. I think it's a bath for like a baby, but it is a porcelain enamel steel or iron tub, and it looks like just a dish probably in this video because there's no sense of scale on it, but this thing is giant. So if I walk over here, I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, that's almost knee high for me, and it's probably over over 2, maybe 2.5 feet wide. So yeah, it's really unique. I've never seen anything like that. I mean, the scale of it's really what interested me in it. And that's going to be great for somebody who has like a country home decor thing going on. Or maybe even somebody has a baby and wants a place to give them a bath. But I think it'd be a little overkill. No idea on the age, but it's old because they don't make that kind of stuff anymore. And looks like it had some restoration because the chips have been kind of ground down and smoothed off. Very, very tiny bit of cracking inside, but overall it's really kind of a beautiful thing. So the next thing is, got some cardboard in it. What I got is an industrial cart, and this, like the other piece, I was interested in it because of the scale of it. It's big enough for like laundry or for some household tasks, but it has that industrial look. The wheels work great. It rolls amazing. It's got a really cool super thick steel banding on it and some riveting going on there. And yeah, it's probably about 18 inches deep, and it's small enough to operate within somebody's house, to move some laundry down the hallway, or, you know, fill it up with kids' toys or whatever. But it's definitely got those years of use that are visible on it, and it is super interesting piece of industrial furniture that, you know, has the quality that you expect in antique industrial overbuilt stuff. So and it looks amazing. Yeah, it's really cool. Okay, so this is by far my absolute favorite thing that I've purchased to date. And somebody's going to have to pay me a fortune to get it away from me. It's a 1930s industrial designer lamp, and it's actually sprinkling outside, so that's not dense in the lampshade, it's water. Probably Bakelite, I don't know, but it's a really hard, heavy plastic there of some sort. Maybe it's even wood, I'm not sure. But yeah, this thing is awesome, and I've got a couple more lamps to show, but like I said, there's going to be a separate dedicated video about the lamps. But how awesome is that? Okay, here's the next one. It is definitely industrial. You can see from that heavy-duty cast iron base there. And it's adjustable. It's got this kind of rough gripped steel choke point here that you can release, and the lamp will extend up pretty high. So came from an industrial environment, and instead of a lampshade here, I was thinking about putting like a theater spotlight or something, because those are kind of in fashion right now. But yeah, just this was not one of my target lamps, but it was another piece that a guy had. We had drove for something else, and this happened to be there, and the price was right, so we picked it up. And anyway, it is still pretty cool. Okay, next piece is a medical desk lamp, and this is from the 60s, so well within the Cold War Soviet era. And it's just another example of that overbuilt quality in the way that things used to be made. So there is the maker's tag and a switch on top. This will have to be rewired. Has an articulating arm there for adjusting, and this one actually works on Polish electricity, but unfortunately it's 220 volts, and I'm gonna have to switch that over to a system that will accept from 110 to 220. So yeah, but that definitely is very unique piece. Okay, I wanted to show this in a little better light because it is pretty freaking awesome. The guy said he thought it was 19th century, like Victorian age. It is a surgical, medical, or barber sterilization device. So it was like nickel plated, but that's all worn off, and it looks like it's brass or maybe bronze because it's kind of a dark color. And I think the medical or surgical instruments would be dropped in here into an antiseptic solution. This is extremely heavy and just screams quality. I don't think you can see in the light, but this tinted brown beer bottle color glass is like leaded glass. It's got waviness in it, and it is just gorgeous. It has a beautiful patina, has a ton of age to it. It's a high quality item, and it's kind of rare. You know, things like stuff from barbershops or dentist's office, that wasn't something everybody had in their home, so those items tend to be a little more collectible and a little more rare. And I've never seen anything like this. I think I looked on eBay, and there's some barbershop things that are kind of similar, but to me this kind of suggests it's more of a medical type thing. The maker's mark, I don't think you'll be able to see it there. It's really kind of weird because it says auto lift, and I don't know if that has something to do with like how the top lifts open or the patent name or whatever, but the problem is when you put in auto lift and try to research it, obviously I get a bunch of automobile type stuff, so I have been looking and looking and looking, spent 3 hours online, could not find anything similar, any trademark. So if anybody out there knows anything about this, I would love to get some information on it. So but just for decorative appeal, this thing would be awesome on a, like, kind of in a masculine setting, like on a dresser or whatever. I don't know, you can put your toothbrushes or whatever in it, but yeah, cool. Next thing. Okay, so I just had a little bit of a panic attack because I pulled this lamp out to make a quick vid, and this piece was missing. And but fortunately, we had all the cardboard gathered up to throw out, and I found it tucked away in there. So I don't think it's even possible to replace that. So I don't know where I'd find something like that. So it was a bit of a panic attack. Anyway, all's well that ends well. This is probably military. It's painted in OD green, but it may be like roadside work crew lamp. I'm not sure. Comes with a tripod, lots of cool, overbuilt, heavy, industrial style articulating joints, and it's a spotlight, and it has a super unique look. There's a small hairline crack here on the glass, but that glass cover is actually just a filter there to soften the light. It can be operated without that, but for now it'll just stay like it is. And yeah, that's cool. More information on these in the next video, like I said. Okay, so that's it for today. Like I said, I'm gonna try to continue to make more videos, hopefully about one a week. And I want to make the videos just so my family and friends can kind of follow along with what I'm doing, my interests and stuff. But also, if anybody out there if there is anybody out there who's interested in sourcing their antiques in Europe or vintage items, I know leading up to kind of setting off on this adventure, I scoured YouTube, and there just really wasn't that much information about, you know, the practical stuff. There were people walking through flea markets. I actually hope to do that too, make some videos in the local bazaars and flea markets, so you can see what's going on there. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to try to stay motivated and post at least one video a week. So if you're interested in following along, go ahead and subscribe. Click the little bell thing. It'll let you know when I make a new video. And yeah, so hopefully this time next week there'll be another one up for you. So take care. That's it. Signing off.